Hi, welcome to my channel Programming with Jivan. My name is Jivan, and today we're going to learn how to integrate Angular application in Spring Boot application. Spring Boot is the Java framework that is used for the backend coding. But today we're going to see how we can integrate our Angular application into the Spring Boot. So most of the tutorial I have seen so far, they create the two separate application, one for the Angular, another one for the Spring Boot, and they just interact with the API that is Spring Boot or the backend exposed to the UI. But today we're going to see how we can make a build in Angular and we can automatically deploy it in our Spring Boot application. So I'm going to do some automation. It's not going to be like a fully automation, but it is somehow we can make some automation, so that is going to be a little easier for the any developer who is working on the backend side using that Spring Boot, and they want to see the UI changes in the Angular application, so they can do some automation. It's not like a fully automation, but I'll try to do some partial automation that helps the backend developer to integrate the UI written in Angular into the Spring Boot application. So let's get started. So first of all, I'm going to use the Spring initializer. So if you go to the site start.spring.io, this is basically the initializer for the Spring Boot application. So you can quickly create your Spring Boot application with this all configuration. So I want to do some configuration for my application. So let me make the group name is com.jivan, an artifact may be Angular uh, with Spring Boot, just like that. And I'm going to have a demo project for Spring Boot with Angular. I'm going to select jar, that's fine. Java 11, that is also fine. And we need to add some dependency here because we're going to create the the Spring web application. So let's search for the web. So the first one is the Spring web. We can just select this dependency. For now, we just need this dependency to create our application. So after that, I can just click on the generate button, and it is going to create me the Spring Boot application boilerplate, you can say, like that. So I'm going to save that in one of my folder called the playground. Let me save this one. Now let me open that one. See here, it's already creating the zip file for me. You double click and it will unzip my project. So basically I don't need this one. So I already have the boilerplate that Spring Initializer created for me. So this is my whole project. So now what we need to do is we need to have Eclipse. I'm going to use Eclipse, but for you, you can use any IDE. Either it can be IntelliJ or it can be STS, whatever you need, you want to use. But for me, I'm just using Eclipse for this project. This is a blank Eclipse. I don't have anything here. So I'm going to create this project into my Eclipse right now. So I can go to File and Import. And this is going to be my Maven project because we already selected the Maven as a build tool. So I can just go here, click on the Maven, and I already have the existing project. So I can just click here and go to the next. And I need to browse the file that I just downloaded from the Spring Initializer. So this is going to be my desktop, probably the YouTube series I'm going to do, Java, Playground, Angular. So I'm going to select this one. And I just need to finish, click on the finish button. So now it imported my project that I built within Spring Initializer. So if you see here, we have this folder structure. Um, Basically, it's a very simple Java Spring Boot application it created for me. If you open the folder, you see different folder structure here. So source main Java, they have the main Spring Boot application Java class here. Basically, this is the main Spring Boot application that runs when this whole application bootstraps for the first time. And now we have these resources. The resources, I don't have anything here. We have static, template, and application properties. So all of our UI code, either it can be Angular or React or Vue.js, all the application, when we build, that build goes inside this static folder. But right now we don't have anything. So first of all, let's create some simple controller class that we can use for our application. So this is our main package. So inside this package, let me create one new Java class. So if you go here and right click and click hover on to this new, it will show different options for you. So I can just click on the class here. So these are all fine, package is also fine. Let me create, this is like a home controller. So I'm just creating one controller, a Java controller class for my REST API stuff. So I just give it a name like a home controller, and I can just click on the finish button. Now it's going to create me a um, simple Java class. I gave it a name like a home controller. So to make it as a REST controller, we need to um, keep some annotation for this one, right? So I just want to create this one as a controller. And now it is showing some error. Then we need to import. I need to import this class from the Spring Boot itself. Now the error is gone, and now um, let's create some request mapping for that one. So I can annotate with request mapping. This is also, I need to have okay. Let me define some method here. Method is going to be my request method that get, and simply the value will be the root one, like a slash here. And I can create a public class here, sorry, public method here. It's going to return with a string, and let me give it a class of method name, something like index. Now it's going to return me uh, index.html. We don't have any index.html here. It should be from inside the static folder, but we're going to create this one from the Angular side. So now it is showing the error. We can quickly fix this one, importing this this class, and also we need to import the request method from the Spring Boot itself. All right. So now we already have this one. Just for the testing purpose, let me create one simple uh, file here. You can just go here, make it a file, and give it a name. It's index.html, and just finish this one. And just for the testing purpose, let me give some h4 tag here. This is our index page. Okay, now I can save this. I can save this one. And just to run the application, we can simply go here and click the run button. Okay, so we can just simply go here and we can just run a Java application. Now you can see here in the console it is starting our Springboot application, and it's going to run the server. The behind the scene we have a Tomcat that is going to run as a server. You see here Tomcat is started on port 8080. Now we can simply go to our localhost and port 8080 slash. Now this is going to give us the exact HTML, that index.html file and all the contents inside this one. So this is pretty simple. We are just returning this index.html, but we want to do something more than this one. Um, we want to create an entire Angular application, and we want to make a build that is going to be like a partial build. We'll do the partial building, and we want to return all the Angular application when the user hits the root of this application. Okay, so whenever they are hitting the localhost 8080, we want to render entire Angular application over here. So to make that one, so let me open one terminal here. All right, so let me go here. Let me go inside this terminal, and let me see what are the files over here. Okay, so we are on the root of this application. Now let's create a new Angular application. I want to create a new Angular application inside here. Okay, so to create a new Angular application, you can simply do the ng new, let's say UI components. Once you do this one, it's going to ask me if I want to use the routing for this one or not. Yes, we want to use the routing for the CSS preprocessor. I usually want to do with the SCSS, and once I hit this one, it's going to create our new Angular application. So if you don't know how to create an Angular application, just go through some Angular tutorial. I'm not going to explain everything about the Angular and how to create the Angular application all this year, but simply go to the Angular website. You have tons of other tutorials. You can just follow how to create the Angular application. But here we're just simply creating the Angular application inside this Springboot application. So it's going to take some time to create the Angular application, and it will take some time. So our new application in Angular is ready. So you can see here the UI components is the whole Angular application we just created. So inside the UI component, so Angular created all these files and folder. Now we can go inside this UI component, and then we can just do the ng build to build the Angular application. So I'm going to do the ng build. So this is going to build all the TypeScript file into the minified JavaScript file that is going to be ready for any deployment. So that build we can directly use in our Java application. So let's wait for this build. So it's trying to make all the builds for our Angular application. Okay, so our build is done. So if you go to the UI components folder, so Angular already created this folder. If you go inside this folder, it creates all the minified version of our application. So it creates the folder with the same name of our Angular project. And if you go inside here, it creates all this file which is ready to deploy in our Java application. So manually, what we can do to run this one into our Java application, you can see here our home page is just serving the index.html from our this file, right? So if we want to deploy our Angular application, then manually we need to copy everything from here, like a copy all 22 items, and we can simply paste over here, right? So every time we make any change on the Angular side, we need to make a build, and we need to copy, and we need to paste. That's going to be a lot of manual process, right? So to automate that just a little bit, I'm not saying it's a complete automation, but we can somehow, at least for the copy and paste, we can do some automation. Let's do how we can do this automation. So now we have this. Refresh the page here. Okay, so UI components already here. So these are our whole Angular application, right? So to make this a little bit automation, I need to do a few configuration in the packagization. So by default, out of the box, Angular created all this dependency for me, and it has already the build and the start, build, test, lint, all these things are here. But I want to do a few more things over here. Okay, so if we go to terminal over here, first of all, I want to install one module for my partial automation. So that module is the called the copy files from to. So if you search in the Google copy files from to npm, something like that. So there is an npm module for that one. So if you see here, copy file from to, this is the one. So I can simply click here, it will copy this npm install command for me, and I can just go over here and maybe I can say save into my packagization. So this is one of the utility modules I can use to automate my copying and pasting, right? So let's this one get finished. Okay, so this one is already installed in my machine. So if I refresh this, it will give me these copy files from to. This is already installed. So I need to create my own commands here. So let me create few commands here. And this is going to be my, let's say, build, and let me say stage. Okay, so what it does is, first of all, it will go to make a ng build. That's going to be Angular build, and I'm going to run another command. Let's say npm run copy build, something like that. So copy build is another command I'm going to create here. So let's say copy build, and here I need to define that newly created module. So copy files from to. Okay, so when I do the npm run build with the stage flag, it is going to run this command. First of all, it will run the regular ng build, and once that is done, it will run another command which I recently installed from copy files to. Okay, so copy files to will be the next command. It will build to make this one to work for me. Like I need to, once this command is finished running, what I need to do is I need to copy everything from this UI component, all this file. I want to copy everything from here inside this is static of the Java application, right? So to make that happen, I need to configure a few things here. Okay, so the first thing will be I need to create one more command here, copy files, and this is going to be my array. And inside this array, I will create one object, and the first parameter will be my from, and second parameter will be my to. So this is going to copy everything from like a destination, uh, source to destination. Okay, so my so here I can define all my source from where I can copy everything. So this is going to be my this folder, and I need to go to the UI components, and I need to select everything from there, and I want to copy that into my Java folder. So I need to go one folder up, and I need to find this source src, and I need to go to main, and then resources, and then I need to put inside the static folder. Okay, next I need to create one more command, which is going to be my copy file setting. So they have like a lot of settings. So one of the setting I need to configure is the what happens if there's already the same folder or file exists over there, then I need to override those, right? So that's what I'm going to do over here. So if so there's a one configuration I need to do. When file exists, then simply override. Okay, I save this one. Now let me see, build is there, copy files from to dist UI components. I'm going to copy everything from here and pasting everything here. If the file exists, then I will override everything there. Great. All right, so I saved this one, and let me choose another build here. So now this time I can do npm run the newly created command, which is build states, right? Build and states. Okay, so once I do this one, first of all, it is going to do all the NG build as a normal Angular build, and once this is done, it will execute another command which I define here on copy build. So copy build is this command. This command is from the copy files from to. Now it is going to see all the configuration here. Now the configuration I have here is it's the from and to, and then when file exists, if there is already the files, then I'm going to override that one. Simple. So now it's building the whole Angular application. And once this building is done, then it's going to copy everything from here. This UI component is going to put everything inside the static folder, right? So now I started copy. See here, all the copied and copied. Now if I go here and refresh, sometimes Eclipse doesn't reflect right away, so I need to do some refresh here. Now see here, if I refresh this page, everything is from here is copied over here. Now I can go here in localhost. Now I can simply refresh this page, and here my Angular application is running. So every time you make any changes on the UI side, for example, let's say this is my UI, going to the source. Let me do some changes here, maybe in the app.component component. Okay, I want to remove all these boilerplates for me. Let me clear everything from here. Because I really don't need anything, this one, for this demo purpose, right? I'm going to delete everything, right? And now I'm going to, let's say, create x4 tag here, and I'm going to do something here. Hey, we have made some automation for Springboot in Angular, right? So I save this file, Now I go to the terminal and I do npm run build in stage. So once this one is done, I can simply refresh the page from where the Java application is running. Then it will immediately reflects my changes in the UI side, whatever I did here. So here I made some changes on the Angular side. Once this build is done, it's going to reflect the changes in my Angular, oh, sorry, the browser side also. So let's wait for this build. Okay, the copy is done. Now if I simply refresh the page, oh, I have to refresh this one again. So this Eclipse, so I need to refresh this Eclipse one more time. Sorry, not this one here. Let me refresh again, and let me refresh the page now. Okay, now it's going to show me the exact changes I did in the Angular side. That's all for this tutorial. So if you have any questions or suggestion or comments, just comment down in the comment section. I'll try to respond as soon as possible. If you like this video, just like, subscribe, and share. That really helped me to create more tutorials. And if you want me to create any tutorials, just let me know in the comment section. I'll try my best to create those tutorials also. For now, it's that's all from this tutorial, and happy coding. Thanks.